First and foremost, acquiring your degrees, and then setting up of your clinics, nursing homes, pathological labs, or whatever way you want to empower yourself to discharge your noble duties and work for the cause of the society. I think there are many distinguished personalities sitting here on stage and amongst the audience also who have been awarded by the people sitting on the dais. My congratulations to all of them. I would only say that Punjab and Sindh Bank is the fastest growing bank in the country. We take pride in our association with the doctor community, and I can assure you that whenever you approach Punjab and Sindh Bank, you will find that we are very much coming up to your expectations. We will make you feel at home whenever you approach us. Rather, I'll ask my managers who have been designated for this particular activity to approach you wherever you are located. And in case of your requirements, you can contact any manager of Punjab and Sindh Bank, and we can be of great help and come up to meet your financial requirements. This evening is going to be a cultural evening after this. I am sure, you see, there are other speakers also to follow me. I can only say, I can only give my best wishes for the success of this event. And once again, thank Dr. Agarwal for giving me this opportunity to be amongst you. Thank you very much.
Before I invite Dr. Qureshi, I can see Dr. Praveen Bhatia, whose name we announced. Please come here and receive the Health Highway Most Eminent IT Savvy Doctor of the Year Award. Dr. Praveen Bhatia. मैं तो अनाउंस कर रहा हूँ ना, तेरा इनको दे दीजिए फिर। दो चीजें तो रिलीज करनी है, दो चीजें तो ये मेरे पास है। मधु एक मौका नहीं मिलेगा, आईएसी मेरा था कि बुक रिलीज हो, सर आप कर देंगे। वो सारा ये दे पूरा सटेशन और सबसे मिलना पड़ेगा आपको। Thank you. I'd like Dr. Qureshi to release today's Medinews version, which contains a few messages we have received from various government officials and our ministers. Carry your photo in the file. Dr. Pawan is here. I have been delivering a lot of lectures in the General Practitioners Forum, and Dr. Pawan Gupta has been silently recording them, and he probably has taped 70-80 of lectures, which he will be distributing to all the people who want these lectures. I'd like Professor Qureshi to just release it. I'll request Dr. Narendra Saini, the President-elect of DMA, to please join us on the dais. Sit there on the dais. Ladies and gentlemen, I now present to you our chief guest of the day, Dr. S.Y. Qureshi, a person who has done a lot of work in the field of health when he was the director of NACO, and after that he has gone through as a secretary in many other, whether it is Sports Ministry and other ministries, and now he is the Election Commissioner of India. I present to you Dr. S.Y. Qureshi.
Ladies and gentlemen, मैं आपकी आज्ञा हो तो हिंदी में बोलूं, क्योंकि सुबह से आप अंग्रेजी में ही लेक्चर सुन रहे हैं मेरे ख्याल से। डॉक्टर साहब ने कहा कि मेरा हेल्थ सेक्टर से बहुत पुराना ताल्लुक है। ऑब्वियसली डॉक्टर साहब को ज्यादा उसके बारे में ज्ञान नहीं है, क्योंकि फैक्ट स्टेटमेंट सच है। आपने अक्सर सुना होगा कि किसी कॉन्फ्रेंस में लोगों को इंट्रोड्यूस किया जाता है ये मिस्टर सो एंड सो, ही नीड्स नो इंट्रोडक्शन। इसका मतलब ये होता है कि देयर इज नथिंग टू इंट्रोड्यूस अबाउट हिम, और आई नो नथिंग अबाउट हिम, सो देयरफॉर लेट इट पास। बट सिंस ही मेड दिस स्टेटमेंट, मेरा ताल्लुक हेल्थ से वाकई बहुत पुराना है। उसकी वजह, मैं डायबिटिक हूं, मैं हाइपरटेंसिव हूं, ऑर्थोपेडिक्स का भी रेगुलर पेशेंट हूं, आंखों का, तो मैंने तकरीबन हर स्पेशलिटी को एक्सपीरियंस किया है। हम ब्यूरोक्रेसी में जब हम किसी मिनिस्ट्री में पोस्टेड होते हैं तो स्टैंडर्ड सवाल होता है कि वेयर आर यू दीज डेज, तो कोई कहता है आई एम इन कॉमर्स, आई एम इन इकोनॉमिक अफेयर्स, एंड somebody will say I'm in labor, which is the labor ministry. So I could say that I'm in AIDS because I was also heading National AIDS Control Organization. But jokes apart, it's a fact that I've had a very long exposure to the medical fraternity in various postings I've held. Most of my career was spent in the social sector by choice. I started very early as Director of Social Welfare in Haryana. Then I was Director of Child Development Government of India, जो ICDS का program, if you recall Dr. B.N. Tannan AIMS के होते थे, he was the chairman of our technical committee, and he had enlisted the support of all the medical colleges of India for the training of our workers and involvement of the health sector and child welfare program. I was also in charge of drug de-addiction program in Government of India. तो आप लोगों से पुराना रिश्ता। Then in Doordarshan, as DG Doordarshan, we wanted to start a channel on health, जो अब DD Bharti, ये I think it was 2002, and we started a very interesting health program, interactive health program. That is when I met Dr. Agarwal, and I became an instant fan of his, because his forte is to simplify even the most complex definitions of health problems. He is a perfect health communicator. The style of communication, the language which he uses are really the inimitable. उस लिहाज से डॉक्टर फ्रेहन ने जो कहा कि इनको एक अवार्ड इसका मिलना चाहिए, बाकी mover and shaker, he really shakes up the conscience of the nation by his communication. And every day, there are two things I see in the morning. Every morning, religiously, the first thing I open in the newspapers is currently Times of India or whichever paper has a health capsule. एक आता है ना कार्टून कि उसमें एक health capsule, some tip about health. There is very, very interesting information in that, or an SMS which comes from him, sometimes more than one, on some tip about health issues. They are extremely educative, and I really am a great admirer of his for that reason. I remember when I was in NACO, we had 31 international partners, and one of which was Clinton, Bill Clinton. And when his chief of HIV/AIDS came to meet us, Ira Maxiner, he asked me, what is it that you want us to do? I said that besides whatever he had some ideas, I said, look, we would like to train our private sector doctors, because 80% of the healthcare is in the private sector, and we only talk of, in the government, we only talk of the government and the government hospital. So we would like you to train have a program for training. So he says, yes, we'll be happy to do that. So I asked him whether you know the number that I'm talking about. He says, you say? I said, 7,700,000. He says, done. So I asked him, did you hear correctly? I'm talking of 700,000. He says, yes, I heard. 700,000 we will do so. And in 5 years. Once he committed, I got cold feet. 7 lakh डॉक्टर को कैसे ट्रेनिंग कराएंगे? डॉक्टर अग्रवाल हमारे मैन फॉर ऑल सीजन एंड मैन फॉर ऑल रीजन, इनको बुलाया, डॉक्टर साहब कैसे पहुंचे? फिर इन्होंने अपना वही IT savvy, the only way is कि 2 घंटे का कितने घंटे